Hey folks, Dr. Moser here, and I want to share a quick story with you that honestly may date myself, but some of you may or may not remember. But Christopher Reeves, he was the famous Superman hero back, probably early 2000s, 90s, back in the day. And he was really famous because he was probably the best Superman character of all time. However, he was horseback riding and he had a major injury to that C1, C2 junction, dislocating those bones that led to paralysis from neck down, where he couldn't move. He was had to utilize a wheelchair, but he also had to utilize a ventilator to breathe, and somebody had to massage his colon just for him to have a bowel movement. So when he landed on his head. He didn't land on his chest, causing his lungs to stop breathing. He didn't land on his abdomen to stop his GI tract from working. He cut off the nerve supply at the top end of the bone. So how does this apply to chiropractic? Now, Christopher Reeve's story is very much like you go to your basement or your cellar of your house and you take the breaker switch and you turn it off. Right. And it's totally disconnected. Okay. Now, these subluxations in us, these misalignments that we are, as a chiropractic office, we're correcting, is more like a dimmer switch. And I have a little ring light here to show as you have a misalignment in your spine over time, that distorts, that deteriorates, that slows down its vitality, that nerve signal. Right. And so the light is still on, but it's not as bright as what it once was, where it could have been. Right. And so the nerves, those nerve signals, travel at a speed about 300 miles an hour. And when we do our thermography test, we're measuring heat coming off the joint and the nerve root. And so if the nerve is swollen, what the research shows is that that nerve root is slowing down by a third. So it slows down to 200 miles an hour. Now, of course, if you and I were driving in a car 200 miles an hour, our hair would be back, what little hair I have, and it would be crazy fast. But when you talk about your spine, your central nervous system, and the speed at which it needs to communicate, if it's reduced by a third of the speed, what is happening, to that signal to your heart, to your lungs, to your stomach. And so this is why, as we adjust somebody, not only do we see changes in their mood, and yes, of course, their mood changes because there's less pain. So I get that. But biochemically, there's a change in their stress hormones, cortisol and things of that nature, DHEA and all that. And so when you change the neurology via the spine, you can change the outcome of somebody entirely. That's why when we start adjusting, especially kids, but young adults and even older adults, when we start adjusting them, they start having bowel movements regularly again. They actually start sleeping again. There's studies showing that chiropractic adjustments lowers blood pressure issues. And so it's really, really exciting. So chiropractic isn't just for neck pain or back pain, which of course we thrive in. We get people out of pain, and that's what we want to do. But if we can help you or help your loved ones, not just get out of pain, but just have more health, more life, have purpose again, that is a big win for us and hopefully for you guys. So I hope this was helpful. I hope it was informative. I look forward to seeing you guys. And as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.